Hello, Freedom Seekers. I am here today to give you a solution for 3 kinds of doubts and insecurities. Well, let's start out by introducing myself. My name is Non-Monogamous Mark, and at the end of this video, if you find it is something that was useful and helpful for you, go ahead and give it a like. But right now, if you haven't subscribed to my channel before, then go ahead and subscribe now. And at the end of the video, you can also look down in the description and where I have our link for our email newsletter list, and you can get on that and join our newsletter as well. But today I'm here to talk to you about 3 kinds of doubts and insecurities that you get and the solution for them. Now, first of all, those 3 kinds of doubts and insecurities. There's the internal doubts, and that's the ones that you have about yourself. The things that I talk every week on my Monday night video, on my live stream about, your overriding desire. And perhaps you have some doubts and some insecurities, as I did when I was transitioning my monogamous relationship, marriage of 25 years, into a non-monogamous relationship. And I had doubts as to whether it was possible. And whether even if it meant that I ended up getting a divorce, if that it was like all worth it and I could survive it, and all these doubts that would go through my head, and those doubts translated into insecurities. And so those are what I call internal doubts and insecurities. There are also external doubts and insecurities. Those are the ones that we have about people and things that are outside of ourselves. We've got the doubts and insecurities about the other people that are in our lives. And, for instance, if you're transitioning from monogamy to non-monogamy, like I did 15 years ago, maybe you have doubts and insecurities about the person that you're right now in a relationship with, and whether that you can really transition this relationship, and that person will, be transitioning this relationship along with you. And so you have doubts and insecurities about other people and things that are outside of yourself. And then you have doubts and insecurities that are what others bring to you. One's directed at you from other people, and they try telling you that, oh, don't waste your time with that. You can't do that. You won't be able to ever accomplish that. You won't be able to do that. It's not worth it. All these doubts and insecurities that come to you from other people. And so whichever kind of doubt and insecurity it is, it's going to limit and restrict your life if you allow it to. But I'm going to give you a solution so that you don't have to allow it to. It's going to limit and restrict you. It's going to limit and restrict your success. It's going to limit and restrict your relationships. And it's going to limit and restrict those people who you have in your life that you like to associate with. In other words, that your own doubts and insecurities put you in a group of people that are probably experiencing a lot of the same doubts and insecurities. And if you're able to get past your own doubts and insecurities, then you'll find that you, like I did when I moved my life from a monogamous life to a non-monogamous life. And I found that then I started to surround myself and be with a different group of people that didn't have the same doubts and insecurities. And today, as I'm transitioning my income from being an income where it means that I have to trade my time for dollars, to an income that's an online income that's ongoing and sustainable, more of a passive income, then I find that, I'm associated with a new and a different group of people. But if you allow your doubts and insecurities then to rule your life, then you're going to be limited and restricted in so many of these ways. And so tonight I'm here then with a solution for you. In fact, 3 solutions for you. And these solutions, I've kind of been talking about them on my Monday night live YouTube presentations for the last couple of weeks. And that is that you first have to build trust that you have in yourself. This last week, or last couple of days ago, I was thinking about trust, and I've been doing this YouTube video on Monday nights about talking about trust in relationships. But your first relationship is with yourself. Let's not forget that. And so you have to first build trust with yourself. Do you trust that you can liberate your life in the area that you're right now wanting to liberate your life? If you don't, then you're going to just live that life of limitation and restriction for the rest of your life. And that's a terrible, depressing place to be. Now, if you struggle with it, then my email address is down there in the description. Get in contact with me because we have some tools we can help you. Now, then the second solution is to build trust with and in those who are closest to you. And that's one of the things that I've talked about, over the last couple of weeks, is sit down and have those conversations around the topic of trust and start building trust with those people who are closest to you. And then the third solution is to associate with people who have trusting energies. Talked about this on my Monday night videos, how important it is about the energy that you put out. You're either putting out trusting energy or you're putting out energy of distrust. And either way, you're going to then draw people to you that are either people you can trust or people you can't trust, depending upon the energy that you put out. And so you want to be around people who are putting out trusting energy. If you're around people who are putting out energy of distrust or energy of that won't work, basically what I call being on the negative side of life, then that energy is not going to help you to have the life that you want, which is a life, what I call an elf life. It's easy, it's liberated, and it's fun, giving you more satisfaction and more pleasure.